So this is the trecvet website, and along the top here you've got the menu bar, and if we go here to comparison tool and click on it, then we will get the comparison tool up. Now the comparison tool is divided into three sections, and these are questions that certain people might want to ask. The reason we've got these three question blocks is because there are so many FEs that it would be a bit pointless to give you them all at once, and so what we've done is we've put in these questions that people might want to ask. For example, there are a set of questions that authorities might want to ask here, there are a set of questions that skippers might want to ask, and there are a set of questions that others, such as crew agencies, charter companies or sea schools, might want to ask. Now, once you get into this, you can in fact look at all the FEs if you want, but this is an easy way to get you introduced to the procedures. So if we now go to question 9, question 9 says, and this is the skipper's question, I hold a qualification from, and we'll say this is a German skipper from Germany, so what do I already know that is also required by the qualification from? And we'll say he's interested in looking at the UK qualification. So if I now press go, then we are presented with this screen. Now this screen actually it shows us the question that was asked, that's so you know where you came from, and it gives you an answer. In this case it says the qualification from the UK is identical with your own qualification from Germany with regard to the following content. Now here you'll see that there is a set of bar charts, and these represent groups of FEs that are common to both of these qualifications. So we have commonalities in meteorology, navigation, rules and regulations, safety and seamanship, and these numbers at the top show you how many FEs are in fact involved in those commonalities. So now if we go down here, we can see we have a page of FEs. In fact we've got 25 per page of FEs. So these indicated with a green tick indicates that they're in both the German qualification and the UK qualification. If we go up here again, you can see there's a drop down list, and if you want you can reduce the size of that list or to 15, or you can increase it to 50, or in fact you could look at all the FEs all in one go. And if you did do that, you would in fact look at a list of 855 FEs, but that's probably a bit too much to look at. So here now you can see this is paginated, so you can actually choose page by numbers, and there are 35 pages of FEs here, which is not surprising because you would expect that there would be a lot of commonalities within certain qualifications of the same type. So if I choose page 20 for example, then I get exactly the same, a list of FEs. Now there is another way that you can actually look at these FEs. If we look at this section here, okay, we can see 1, 2, 3 drop down lists, and these second two are in fact greyed out. They're not functioning because what happens is you can only choose these in sequence, because what they do is they lead you in or funnel you down into smaller groups of associated FEs. So for example, if I go to the first list here, I can see I have the groups of FEs. So if I choose seamanship, the page will refresh itself, and I can see that in seamanship I have boat handling, boat knowledge, boat parts and rope work. So if I then, or if the German captain particularly wanted to look at rope work, he'd click down on there, another page opens up, and in rope works we can find that there's knots and mooring lines, and here are all the FEs in rope work. But in fact if I then go back up and then I click on more inlines, I get another page which is filtered down. So now I've only got 5 FEs here, and they're the 5 FEs that are only associated with more inlines. As you can see, the green ticks are still there, so in both qualifications. And I have in this section more inline preparations, stern lines, tow rope preparation, forespring, and stern spring. Okay, so that's how you filter down and look at what results you like. Now if I go back to comparison tool now, again you'll see there are various questions have these possibilities of making 2 choices between countries, there and there. Okay, and in fact every one of those has exactly the same format as I've just demonstrated. But if you see, there are some of these that don't have, they're just straightforward questions with an answer. And then if you come down to this particular one, which is just a question which says, if you wish to get an overview of the requirement of all 3 qualifications, then show me the content of. And here you can, if you want, you can look at all the FEs, or you can look at all the FEs associated with a particular country. So if I choose all and go, then in fact this gives me a list of all the FEs, and again it's paginated, or I can look at all of them if I want, and there's in fact a list of 1,702 FEs. Now if you look here, the question is put up the same as before, the answers put up the same as before. You have the drop down boxes which you can use exactly the same as before, and you can change your list size. But here the graph or the bar chart is slightly different. What it in fact shows now is along the bottom there are 751 FEs that are common to all of these 3 qualifications. So there's a common core of knowledge in these 3 qualifications, which is not unexpected because these are professional sailors. You would expect them to know a great deal of knowledge that's the same. If you go to the top, you'll find that some of the qualifications have these unique areas. So these green bars at the top, or the top parts of the bars, show the numbers of unique FEs in the qualifications. So Spain has 395 uniques, Germany has 157 uniques, and in the UK has 106 uniques. And then you can see there are actually areas that are common between pairs of countries. So there's 81 common between Germany and Spain, and there are 104 common between Germany and the UK, and there are 108 common between Spain and the UK. Again, you can filter these out, so you can go navigation, you can go chart work, and then you can go light characteristics, and then this will show you that there is a 16 of these that are common, that is navigation, chart work and light characteristics, that are common between all of these 3 qualifications. There's one here that isn't common, and that is the lighthouse definition. So now if I then go back to comparison tool, I can, if I'm interested in just one qualification, say I want to look at the German qualification, then if I press the go, then here is the whole of the German qualification FEs. And so if I do in fact press all in this case, you can see I just have a complete list of all the FEs that are involved in the German qualification. So okay, so there's no point in going through all of that, but there you are. Okay, so that is the comparison tool. I hope you use it. please feel free to use it as you want. Do what you like, try and get as much knowledge from it as you can, enjoy using it, and I'm pretty sure you can't break it, so just carry on and use it. Thank you very much.